3 beers, a shot of whiskey, a margarita, and a Bloody Mary. 1 beer, 2 beers, 3 beers, a shot.
Welcome to another episodic edition of Beyond the Ropes. I'm Randy, and today we have a special guest with my hetero life mate Fernando, who's looking all crazy and whatnot. There he is, but our special guest is Draven. What's going on, Draven?
Hey, what's up, guys? Happy to be here.
Welcome, Draven, to the show, everybody. Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll get into it.
Before Randy goes into a rant, because I already know this is where we're going to take this. This is our Make-A-Wish friend, Draven.
Yes. I used my wish.
He used
his
show. Wish to be on our show.
Unfortunately, what terrible wish.
He could have wished for anything else.
For any.
But decided to be on this show. So we salute you. We thank you. And we feel sorry for you. So.
This might be the first and last time you see Draven. Who knows? Fernando might scare him off.
Who knows? Yeah, my only episode.
There you go.
Well, today we have a special little edition of Beyond the Ropes. And what we're going to do is we're going to play a little game. And in this game, we're going to pick 10 wrestlers from active wrestlers, I should, reiterate, but from any company, from WWE, AEW, TNA, AAA, New Japan, it doesn't matter. So it's a wide open board. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a random generator initially. We're going to say numbers out loud, and then we're going to hit a random generator, and whoever is the closest will go first, and the second closest second, and third, and so forth. Well, there's no so forth, so there's only 3 of us. But once we do that, we're going to start going down a list, and we're going to name a wrestler that we want to build a pay-per-view, PLE card, whatever you want to call it. And then next week, a house show. And then next week, we're going to present that card. And then just leave it up to y'all to comment or vote to see who has the best card. It's solely going to be whatever each one of us wants to do. It could be a bunch of gimmick matches. It could be straight wrestling matches. It could be tag teams, triple threats. It doesn't matter. But you're only allotted, at least right now, we're only allotted 10 superstars. So however you build your card with those 10 superstars or wrestlers or professional athletes, what do you want to call them? That's how it's going to go. So
Gymnasts.
Or gymnasts, yeah. Or flippity dippities. Whatever you want to call them.
Flippity
doodah. So Fern is going to pull up a random generator on his phone, and we're going to go, what is it, a number 1 through what, Fern?
1 through 20. Make it easy.
1 through 20, and since Draven is the guest, pick a number, Draven, since you're the guest here.
All right, I'll pick 12.
Fern?
4.
I'll pick 7.
And generate. And the number is 12.
So I guess it's Draven, me, Fern.
God, I gotta have last picks. It's bullshit.
So Draven, when you
thank you.
You're
shout
welcome.
out, special sponsor shout out to random.org for making me last.
Random.org, always against Fernando. But yeah, Draven, when you decide to pick your first athlete superstar, whatever you want to call them, just say where they're from and maybe just a little back why you chose them. They don't have to be a big old long-winded thing. I'll keep it short myself. You know, because I'm guilty of being long-winded.
Sorry.
I'll keep it short-winded, but
I thought I was muted.
well, as we're going down, since Draven's first, I'm second, and Fern's third, I will be writing down your pick and what company they're from, just to kind of keep it there. So the floor is yours, sir. Who is your first pick?
So I'm looking off my list here. It's hard to think of a first pick off of my list because I kind of have free reign over anybody right now, but I think I'm going to go with Gunther.
Gunther, nice pick.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Gunther just because I feel like he's one of the most consistent. I think that you can put him with almost anyone of a similar caliber, and they're going to have like a great match. So Gunther's one of my favorite wrestlers right now. So, yeah, that's my number one pick.
Awesome. Number one pick, Gunther, though, world champion right now. Oh, not a bad pick. Not a bad pick. I will pick AJ Styles, the phenomenal one. I'm going AJ Styles because he just got back. He's looking jacked. And I feel like at his age, he can still go. He's not that old. He's not that young. But I think he, just like Gunther, like how you felt, he has the potential to go with anyone. AJ Styles also has the potential to be a high flyer, a technical wrestler, or a powerhouse. So that is my pick.
There's a bunch of boo-boo because that Gunther is one of my matches already set up, but that's okay. That's okay. For my first draft round pick, Zack Sabre Jr.
Nice.
And if you don't, what? Oh, did you hear that? Bing. Time is up. I guess we'll see you guys next week.
No, I did not.
You hear nothing? Okay,
no.
Cool. There's something on my side. I picked Zack Sabre Jr. just because of the fact that he is a technical paralysis in the ring. He's amazing to watch in New Japan, and you can put him just about against anyone, and he'll give you a good match to watch.
Awesome. So, just to recap, since this is the very first pick, Draven at number one, pick Gunther. My number one, AJ Styles, and Fern's number one, Zack Sabre Jr. I will give a recap after pick 5, and then a recap after we pick all 10. Cool?
Okay.
So for the second pick, who do you have, Draven?
I think I'm gonna go with MJF.
You fucking son of a bitch. Fucking son of a bitch. Well, this definitely is the last time Draven's on this show, man.
Yeah, I mean, I have to try and take the opportunity to get some heavy hitters. So I don't know that I would, just to give a peek at my card, I guess, I don't know if I would put Gunther and MJF together, but I think MJF could also be another one where I can put him with almost anyone, and it's going to be a pretty cool match. So one of the best characters overall, not just heel, one of the best characters in my opinion. And he's just extremely consistent. So I'm going with MJF.
That's a great pick. That's a great pick. For my second pick, I am actually going Swerve Strickland. I think he has the potential, now that you've seen him cross over from WWE to AEW and actually see what he can do. He does have a range. You know, you've seen these Texas death matches. He has the brutality and violence in him, but he's also very technical and a high flyer. So I think he can also go with pretty much anybody right now. And, you know, he can put on a good show. He's obviously a former world champion, and that's my pick. Fernando.
My next pick, Will Ospreay.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Not only is he a flash in the pan that everyone likes to see in the ring, but that guy can go, and he's always going to give you some kind of 4 or 5, maybe even 6-star match, depending on who his dance partner is.
That's a great pick. It really is. Jesus Christ.
All right, Draven.
For my next one, I think I'll go with Obafemi.
Oh,
Yeah,
NXT
I really
guy,
like
huh? Nice.
NXT. Yeah, NXT North American champion.
Not North American.
Looking like, or is he not the North American?
He's a
Yeah,
champion.
he's the NXT. He's the NXT champion. That's
yeah.
right.
NXT champion.
My bad.
Yeah.
I'm disrespecting Obafemi. Oh my god.
Upgrade, baby. Let's go.
Why must you do that? Why must you do that?
Looks like he's actually gonna like enter a storyline with Moose pretty soon. I don't know if you guys.
I'm watching it. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah. So I think Obafemi is a powerhouse, but I also think he can really wrestle with guys who are like half his size. Even like they put on really good. He puts on really good matches. He can move, almost like no one else. So I'm gonna go with Obafemi.
Nice. It's a great pick. With my second pick, or my third pick in the third round, I'm gonna go with Jacob Fatu.
Oh,
nice.
And
that's a steal.
Yeah,
yes, it is.
I think the reason I'm going with Fatu is I did watch him in MLW. I know what he can do, and you're just starting to see that he can go. He's great on the mic, and he has the unpredictability that he could be a face, he could be a heel. You just don't know, and it's all going to culminate to whatever he wants to do. And I think it's going to work out pretty good and a good card. So,
yeah, he's also in much better shape too now.
Yes, he's a lot thinner.
Which is dangerous.
Yes, very dangerous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, for my third round pick, I'm going with Okada.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
The Rainmaker.
The Rainmaker makes it rain every time he's in the ring, and he's been very impressive as of late, especially in his matches, man. It's just the reason why he's there in AEW as holding on to a championship as long as he's had, and let alone his stuff in New Japan is always good too.
That's what's up. Draven.
Round 4.
For my next one, let's see. I think I want to go Penta.
Nice.
Yeah, I think Penta, a lot of momentum right now. He's just tearing it up. He's putting on the matches that we already know he could have, but he's doing it on the big WWE stage. So I think he's really like exceeding expectations right now. So I'm gonna run with Penta.
Nice. That's a damn good pick right there. Now I hope I'm gonna counter this. I'm going a little TNA, and I'm gonna go. I know he just moved out of TNA. He looks like he's walking into WWE. The walking weapon, Josh Alexander.
I had him on my list, man. God dang, that was a good pick.
And like I said, I mean, if you ever followed TNA, former world champion, former tag team champion, former X Division champion, he can go. He's like a young Kurt Angle off the perk. So I think he can make any storyline. And I've seen he's gone up against heavyweights, some cruiserweight styles. Like he can go. He's the weapon. So that's my pick.
All right. Very nice. Very nice for your fourth round. My fourth round, Seth freaking Rollins.
Dude, that's a freaking steal at round 4.
Yes, it is.
And you already know one of the original Shield members and his accolades being a former world champion and all. The boy is good on the mic and he's good around the ring, and he's still giving us bangers and matches. So it's going to be nice to see him in my bookings.
Nice. Round 5.
Right. Round 5, Draven.
My fifth pick, I'm gonna take a shitta.
I love it.
Yeah.
Taking a shitta.
Takeshita is just like, he's honestly one of my favorite wrestlers right now, period, of any company. That dude is a monster. Like, he can wrestle with anybody. He's just as good as almost anyone of any company, and I think like he would have a great match with anybody I put him with. So he's just a monster. I love Takeshita. So
There you go.
That guy's a beast. You're not wrong. So
Randy, give us your round 5, Randy.
So I'm gonna excuse me. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten picked. I'm going with the cleaner, Omega, Kenny Omega,
Taking Kenny Omega, huh? All right.
and I mean, Kenny Omega is hands down right now the best wrestler alive. Depending on who you talk to, right? Depending on what time of the, what day of the week, what time of the year. But for leaving with diverticulitis and coming back and having that killer match in New Japan and then coming and having that banger tag team with Ospreay, there's a lot of things he can do and continues to amaze people. So I think he'd be a great addition to the card that we have going on.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, I'm going to round out my 5th pick with someone I know both of y'all will not pick, only for the fact that I like him and you guys don't. So my 5th pick is CM Punk.
Fair.
You already knew that would have been my first pick. You already know that. But if I go in just shooting right off the back, then I'm wasting a pick when I could try to steal something from y'all that I know I wanted. So I was like, he'll be there by number 10, but just get him out of the way.
There you go. And you played the room right. You really did. You could have gone all 10 rounds and got him at the very end and would have been fine.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll knock him out in 5.
So to recap,
let's do the 5-round recap.
Yeah,
I got them written down.
I got them here. So. I'm gonna do the recap right now.
We can do them together.
Okay,
it's our show. It's our show.
Actually, you know what? Y'all have them written down.
Your show. It's our show.
Do Draven, you do your recap. I'll do my recap, and then Fern will do his recap. So go ahead, Draven.
Okay. Yeah. So for my recap, number 1, I took Gunther. Gunther's just one of the best in the world heavyweight champion. I kind of think Jey Uso's gonna beat him at WrestleMania, but I'm honest, I would not be surprised if Gunther went over on that just to piss everybody off. But I digress.
Shit. Mania rematch on Raw the next day, and then Uso takes it.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
But then you waste the whole yeet in WrestleMania.
The whole WrestleMania stadium,
yeah, that's
Superdome.
Are you saying you wasting the whole yeet, nothing but the yeet?
So help you God. So help you yeet.
Yeah. So far my second pick, MJF. MJF is one of the best heels we've seen almost ever. He can put on an amazing match with anybody. So I went with MJF.
He's the face of AEW. If you think about AEW, if you get rid of the Elite and you get rid of all the WWE guys, it's fucking MJF.
Yeah, I think if you bring up AEW to anybody, the first person they're even going to remember is MJF. Really,
absolutely.
Yeah,
great pick.
Yeah. Next, I went with Obafemi from NXT champ Obafemi. I think he's just a monster. I think he's actually a lot more athletic than I think people even realize when they first see him without seeing him wrestle. I think he'd be great. I can't wait for him to get to the main roster, to be honest. I think he can have good matches with a lot of people on the main roster.
Nice.
Next, I went with Penta. I think Penta is he's like the hottest guy going right now. Like he's really like tearing it up. So I think Penta was a steal for my 4th pick. And then for my 5th, Takeshita. Takeshita is probably one of the best wrestlers in the world also, and I don't think he gets enough credit for that. So I went with Takeshita for that one.
Nice. I'll give you my top 5. Number 1, AJ Styles, the phenomenal one. I mean, there's nothing you can't say about this dude. He's done it all, continues to do it all. And the way that his storyline right now is progressing in WWE, it's going to be a good push to raise up the mid-card championships again and move forward from there. So I'm looking forward to him and what's that kid's name? Braun Breaker. That's gonna be a good one. So my second pick, Swerve Strickland. He's giving you face. He's giving you heel shit. I think his athleticism speaks for itself, but he also can create those stories. He's not afraid to take it too far, which is nice. So, number 3, Jacob Fatu. Another sleeper that I think he can mix it up with anybody. He has the potential to run with Gunther, run with AJ, run with Ricochet. It don't matter who you put him against. I think he's gonna have a big. He can just go with anyone, which is nice. My 4th pick, the walking weapon, Josh Alexander. Technical as hell, tough as nails, has a stamina like no other. I think he can mix it up with pretty damn near anybody, from cruiserweights to heavyweights. I think he can run the gambit on anyone that I put him against. And then to round out my top 5, the cleaner, Kenny Omega, currently hands down, people may say the best wrestler currently, followed by a close second of Will Ospreay, but Kenny Omega able to do it. It's done it before, done it for years, and only continues to get better and better.
And rounding on my list so far with my top 5, I've got Zack Sabre Jr. for New Japan. The technical paralysis. This guy is just so good. No matter who you put him with, you're always going to see just him dominate over everyone. Especially, I mean, he's a champion right now. I want to say he's the TV champ or middleweight champ over there. But now on top of his championship accolades, I mean, a hell of a technical wrestler. My second pick was Will Ospreay, the younger version of Kenny Omega that's still doing it big, Aussie's own. My third pick is Okada, the Rainmaker, the walking brick wall. I mean, that man is just good. My 4th pick, Seth freaking Rollins, and we all know how that man can fly around the ring. Very good 4th pick from at least the way I feel about it. And my
damn
5th
good 4th pick, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm. And my 5th pick is the uncanny, unvalued, invaluable that no one in the room wants to pick, CM Punk.
Well, you know what? I wouldn't say I wouldn't pick them, but he has the potential to drive storylines. So it's not, you can't really talk bad about him. Mm-hmm. They might have created some kind of rumor, whatever he was bad to work with, whatever. And he might have been in the past. I'm pretty sure everyone's young and stupid, but that dude can create stories. I mean, I hate to say it, but he can. So
yeah,
it is what it is. And I think everyone has pretty solid top 5s. And now we're going to round out the bottom 5. And I don't even think it's bottom 5 because 10 superstars or 10 athletes or 10 wrestlers on one card. And what it's looking at right now, it's going to be a fucking stacked card for all of us.
Yeah.
It's just however we play it. And since this is the middle of the lottery, I will throw one more caveat to you for next episode. I want you, and this is nothing crazy. It's just, this is going to be just a creative thing for yourself. Is what is the name of your company and what is the name of your pay-per-view? Nothing crazy. Just name of your company and name of your pay-per-view to add to this card that you're going to put together with the 10 wrestlers that you pick. Is that cool with y'all?
That's awesome.
Yes.
I'll take that challenge.
So,
of course.
At number 6, Draven, who you got?
At number 6, and I think it's a major steal. Should have been one of my top picks, but I wanted to see how far we would let him slip. But I'm going to go with the OTC. I'll take Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns just needs no introduction. He's been one of the top. He's been the top guy forever. Carrying the company for years and years. He's at this point. I think you can honestly make an argument. I'm not saying I love Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is my favorite wrestler of all time, but I think you can kind of make the argument now of who's the real Mr. WrestleMania. Just because of the way he's been booked and how many manias he's main evented. I mean, this is probably going to be the first WrestleMania we're going to see with him not in the main event. in I don't even know how many years. So
As of right now, don't count
Or
the
as of right
booking
now.
out. Don't count the booking
Yeah.
out. Got it. Nice. So that's a nice pick. I can tell you right now, in all honesty, he was not even remotely on my card, but you're not wrong what you say about him. So I want to kind of, I'm gonna play devil's advocate real quick on your card. Obafemi versus
Mhm.
Reigns. I'm just saying. I don't know. That sounds like a good match to me. So
I think so. We'll
yeah,
see.
we'll see. We'll see. So for my sixth pick in this draft, I'm gonna go with someone who left the company. I would consider someone that they used to call the next Shawn Michaels when he was top of the card. Sells like a motherfucker. Nick Nemeth.
Ah, nice.
I think, like I just mentioned just a second ago, he has the capability to make anyone look good. If he can make Goldberg look good, he can make anyone look good. But on top of that, he has the athleticism and the charisma to put himself over as well. And I think him, like the Shawn Michaels, they were predicting he might be, and truly really ended up being outside of a lot of pushes for the championship that are out of your control. He's a damn good wrestler, damn good talker, and I think you round out my group right now so far. So, Fern,
Correct. My number 6. Let me talk to you. L.A. Nut. Yeah. Yeah.
dummy, dummy.
Yeah. Yeah. Not only can he control that mic, but he can control the crowd too. And I really want to say that he's got that modern day Attitude Era esque feel of a wrestler, because we all know when you watch a lot of the wrestlers now, they do a lot of more, they move around the ring a bit different than what they did turn the clock back some.
Yeah.
And to me, he's like a modern day homage to, like, when Stone Cold was in the ring, when The Rock was in the ring, when a lot of the brawlers were in the ring, Badass Billy Gunn, I mean, the list goes on. Like, the ones how they really brawl, and he brings that old school aspect. I mean, he is a little bit older, but he does still bring that energy. So
For sure.
L.A. Knight, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Draven, number 7.
All right. Number 7, I'm going to switch gears a little bit, and I'm going to go with Asuka.
Oh, nice.
I definitely did want to have a women's match on my card, and I think Asuka is a good place to start that. So
That's nice. I will not have a women's match on my card, but I think WWE, AEW have really, and even TNA have really propped up the women's division. I think right now in AEW, the women's division is the hottest division right now. So
Mhm.
I think anyone can argue that. Timeless Tony Storm, that's next level right now. So nice pick.
Being that, let me just jump in on this.
Mhm.
Being that WWE has more women's wrestlers than AEW does at the moment, they're not showcasing what they used to. But even then, AEW is maybe putting on one female match per card per show. But for whatever reason, they're getting more time than some of the stuff that's going on in WWE. But WWE's picking it up a little bit.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think
we'll get into that for the Thursday show. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Just because you brought it up, and like I said, I know I'm not gonna have a women's card on my card, a women's match on my card. Just to piggyback on what you said, WWE made women's middle belts for the women's outside of the championships, but they've featured them here and there. But AEW, although they may not have as many matches, they give them a lot of backstage time to talk, which are building those characters, and I think they become a little more memorable from the characters rather than the wrestling currently right now. So it's not a bad place to be. It's not a bad place to be.
Yeah.
So for my 7th pick, I'm gonna go with Kevin Owens. Kevin Steen.
Nice.
Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you've seen Kevin Owens from Ring of Honor to NXT to being a US champion to being a Universal champion, like, this dude can go. He has the capability of fighting like a high flyer at a heavyweight style. So it's up. I think he'll round out a pretty good match. And you can have any type of match. You can rely on him to make it good.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's a good one. I think this is probably like one of my favorite versions of Kevin Owens is what we're seeing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think like the promos in your car thing is pretty smart. He
Hey, Michael Cole. Michael Cole. Red window up.
Yeah, like I think that stuff is like pretty cool just because it's something so different and it makes him actually look like he's actually crazy, like he's actually taking this outside the business. This is a personal thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just those small elements that he does is pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Very nice. For my 7th pick, I also am going to have a women's match in my card. And one of the ones that I have on my list is Jamie Hayter.
Oh, damn. I haven't heard that name in a while.
Coming back from injury, she's been putting a little bit of work on there on AEW, but she was a former women's world champion, and she's a big girl that can go, man. She's a big girl that can go, and I like that. I like that.
That's what's up.
She's not just little scrawny, little short, scrawny little Asian girls that Kenny Omega likes to bring into AEW to fight on TV. It's like, nah, give me some Aussie beef. Some English beef. This is English beef right here.
Got that beef Wellington. You know, the beef Wellington.
That's right.
All right, Draven, number 8.
Number 8, I'm gonna go women's roster one more time, and I'm gonna take probably the best character work of her career. I'm gonna go with Timeless Tony Storm.
Nice.
I was blown away when I saw when she was first coming out with the Timeless gimmick. Like I thought that was so cool. I thought it was so different, and I didn't expect it out of her. I was kind of curious. I was kind of curious on why she left WWE at first, but then as soon as I saw Timeless Tony Storm, I was like, I completely get it. So I'm gonna go with Timeless Tony Storm.
You know which is interesting because she left WWE as a good performer, like a good fighter, and built a character in AEW, which is usually reverse. Yeah. Usually a good wrestler, right. you go to WWE and they build your character. So kudos to her for making it happen. Definitely.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a lot of wrestlers that can't exactly be trusted with full creative control, but she's an example of someone who can, because she probably was pitching this in WWE and they probably were just blowing her off. Mm-hmm. And I think it's a really smart thing with AEW to let her run with it because it was a huge hit. So, yeah.
I think also being able to say, I'm going to rip her tits out and be able to push that chin up, tits out kind of thing, like that stuff you couldn't have said in WWE. So it actually does work better for her that she is in AEW. So it's pretty nice. Mm-hmm. Well, from you picking a couple of women, I'm actually gonna go some like how Fern picked LA Knight. I'm gonna do some mic work right now, and I'm gonna pick The Miz, one of the best damn heels out there. And as much as people used to give him a lot of shit, this dude is the only 2-time Grand Slam champion, has held the European, Hardcore, IC, Heavyweight, Universal. Like he's held it all. Tag teams, he's held it all. He's undeniable, and he's one of the best talkers out there. I wish I had picked MJF because that was the matchup I wanted to create. But hey, you got a good talker, I got a good talker now, so The Miz.
Nice.
Very, very nice.
Fern, rounding out number 8.
On my 8th pick, well, I'm trying to get my women's matches going here. I'm picking Tiffany Stratton. Tippy time!
Toodles.
Toodles. Not only did they give her the Money in the Bank briefcase, or did she get it? She earned it, but she also turned it in, traded it in, and she is the current WWE Women's Champion. And I think that she's been able to put out good matches. I did see a little bit of slip up on last week's SmackDown, but when you're new to the role, but you're still up and coming and still working with it, it's gonna happen. But I think she's got longevity in the company, especially being a top face, pushing a championship. Hopefully, there'll be multiple in her career.
She's young. She's young. Oh yeah, she has a lot of time to learn. She'll be one of the best. She's athletic. She's getting better at the mic. So growing pains, right? Growing pains.
Always.
Cool.
All right, Draven, number 9, round 9.
9. Man, you guys took some really good ones. So this is where it gets tough. This is really where it gets tough.
You're gonna have to really search the rosters for this. This is where it gets a little tougher. Yeah.
Because I have a few names in my head, but I'm just not sure. But I think, you know what? I think I'm gonna go with Braun Breaker.
Nice.
I'll take Braun Breaker. He's just has so much momentum right now. I think he still needs a little bit of a tweak, maybe, in my opinion, on his kind of character work. Like right now, I think I'm getting it's a little stale, like the kind of just, he's always just super angry. And like, I'm not really like, there needs to be sort of like a rounding out of his character. I need to like know more, like what is all that motivation for? Like, what is it like? Is it all about the belt? Is it about your legacy? Is it about, what is it about? I think he needs a little bit more of that character work, but I think it is pretty cool. He has the catchphrase, all the fans are barking, stuff like that. His matches are getting better.
Okay, Brody King.
It's more intense, but like, yeah. So I think Braun Breaker be a pretty solid pick.
Did you ever watch him on NXT? They did kind of build up a storyline for him. It was pretty good.
Yeah. So I saw a little bit of the NXT stuff. I wasn't really buying it at first, and I don't know what it was.
I bet you it's the nepotism. You know what there is. It feels like nepotism.
Yeah, like I keep thinking about the Steiners. I keep thinking about his dad and his uncle, and like I don't want to have to do that when it comes to like a new up and coming guy. But I think he's paved his own lane.
Absolutely.
One of my pet peeves though is I don't like the fact that we're calling it a super spear. I think a spear is just a spear. But that's just one of my own little like. I think Joe Tessitore is the one who coined the phrase "super spear," and I think that's kind of crazy when you have your top company guy Roman Reigns using just a regular spear. I think that's kind of strange, but I mean, whatever.
Well, it's only because they're putting him he's running the ropes at 23 miles per hour,
right? Yeah.
If you're gonna give me that kind of mess, then super spear.
You're trying to set apart the spear that Roman Reigns does, that Jey Uso does. That I think those are the only two people right now. He's doing a little. It's a little different, right? It's a little. It's
which are like two main eventers.
Yeah.
Like I think you're inadvertently like lessening the impact of the two main eventers' spears.
Exactly.
By calling it a super spear, by calling your mid card guy the super spear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. There's a lot of give and take, right? In this world of wrestling.
And those are just little details. That's just like nitpicking at it, but I mean, yeah.
Well, for my 9th pick,
number 9,
when we're in Texas, give me some cowboy shit, Hangman Adam Page.
Oh, even though he's not from Texas?
Yeah, even though he's not from Texas. Give me some Texas shit, though. I mean, Hangman, you're starting to see it right now currently with a storyline with MJF. He is a well-rounded, go through his ups and downs like any ebbs and flows, just like any other wrestler, but he's been consistent with his in-ring work and his character work, and it's getting better and better. And I mean, you'd be stupid to say that he's not a great wrestler, because he is, and he can go with some of the best, and he's been showing it in New Japan and AEW. We're the best wrestle, So Hangman Adam Page would be my 9th pick.
That's what's up. Well, I'm gonna do something a little bit different than both of y'all. And I can't say I'm going to pick a tag team, because there's no tag teams in these things. That'd be kind of dumb to pick a tag team at the end unless they're going to fight each other, right? But I'm going to go with another women's match, and my first pick out of this women's match is going to be Liv Morgan.
Oh, okay.
Just to kind of liven it up, because she's been doing very well with her work with the Judgment Day since she's broken away from her faction a long time ago with Ruby Riott and can't remember the other one.
The Riot Squad and Sarah Logan.
There you go. Logan. There you go. Yeah, I was like, well, she's not Sarah Logan anymore, right? Wasn't she?
She's
part of
Valkyria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Valkyrie or something like that. Yeah.
There you go.
Something like that.
Yeah. Something that went obscure that she's at the catering table now. But anyway, I digress. Liv Morgan, She's really been on a roll, champ or no champ. She's still doing it. She's still doing it great. And yeah, currently women's tag team champion. But that's gonna be on the next show.
Nice. All right, to round out round 10, Raven.
My last pick, and I kept kind of going back and forth on it, and I think he's a sleeper, but I think if I use him right, it would put on a banger. I'm gonna go with Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh,
You sent that was almost I was on a bag.
Yeah, Tommaso. I mean, dude, he's man. If you look back on the Indies, he's the Psycho Killer. I think he puts on amazing matches. He's really brutal. I mean, like WWE like didn't want to let him go through that at first, but then on NXT with Gargano and everything and all of their like
The black heart stuff.
yeah, like
Yeah.
yes, dude. Like he was one of the first guys in a really long time that had enough heat that he can come out to no entrance music, and I thought that was amazing.
yeah.
And so yeah, I'm gonna go with Tommaso Ciampa.
Very nice. Very nice.
Nice way to round out the top 10 wrestlers right now. So I'm torn.
Yeah.
I'm torn on my 10. I'll just tell them to you because I'm gonna pick one of them, obviously, right? They're gonna be the fucking Spanish God, Sammy G, or Adam Cole, baby. I haven't figured out.
Oh,
okay.
I'm right there. So
honestly, if I didn't have any women's matches, they would have been picks I would have gone after.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm gonna say,
wait. But you'd pick Sammy G over Austin Theory? Hey, he's WWE's version of Sammy G. Just saying, Sammy Guevara.
He can't even do high flyers shit like Sammy G. Yeah, so I want to go.
I'm sorry, they kept trying to push that so hard. It was so stupid.
So anyway. I'm gonna take it old school because I know he has the character work and he can do the work. I'm gonna do Adam Cole. I'll go Adam Cole, baby.
Boom. Not like those stupid Guidos that go on there from the Costco. Shut up, bitch. The stupid little kid and his dad.
Dude, I can't believe they got I can't believe they got any TV time on Ring of Honor or AEW. That makes me mad.
Yes. Shut the fuck up.
All right, Fern. Round out your number 10.
Adam Cole, baby. Sorry, I was writing down the list.
My
number 10.
Right.
Since I'm working with my women's division over here on my side, my last pick is Mariah May.
Oh, okay.
The work she's been doing with Tony Storm lately, it's uncanny, man. It's been awesome. She's been a good heel, holding the championship. She had a place marker with it. She held it almost 4 months.
4 months. I want to say 4 months. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say we almost got to the winner with her as champ, and we did get to the winner with her as champ. But she was putting up some really good matches, and especially the one that she did with Tony Storm when Tony Storm won it back. I mean, it was good. It was good. She's good on the mic. She's a good heel.
That you should tell you that it was good. They were so good that they were the main event. That should tell you enough.
Yeah,
they were so good that they were the main event of that show overseas. So, yeah, I agree that Mariah May is good. So.
Yep.
All right, Draven.
So that rounds about my number 10.
Draven, give me your top 10 one more time. We'll go 1 through 5.
Yeah.
Burn through that list. Like we don't have to talk about those, and then do what you did last time for 6 to 10.
For 6 to 10.
So name your first 5.
Right. Name your first 5. You don't have to give any backstory about them because you get a backstory midway. Just name them, and then you can give a little back on your 6 to 10.
All right. Yeah. So first 5, I had number 1 Gunther, number 2 MJF, number 3 Obafemi, number 4 Penta, number 5 Takeshita. For my 6-1 Roman Reigns, the OTC. Then I wanted to throw in a women's match in here, so I went with Asuka for my 7th pick. No, for my my 6th pick. Anyway, then that's I went 7. With 7th pick Asuka, 8th pick Timeless Tony Storm, Ninth pick, Braun Breaker. And my 10th pick was Tommaso Ciampa.
Nice. That's a nice top to build a card. That's a good card right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. My top 10, number 1, AJ Styles. Number 2, Swerve Strickland. Number 3, Jacob Fatu. Number 4, Josh Alexander. Number 5, Kenny Omega. Number 6, Nick Nemeth. Number 7, Kevin Owens. Number 8, The Miz. Number 9, Hangman Adam Page. And to round out my 10, Adam Cole, baby.
That sounds like a good episode of Collision right there. Good job, dude.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry, Rampage. My bad. I'll watch you on a Friday night.
Yours is barely gonna be Shotgun Saturday Night. Let's be realistic. It's not even gonna be a fucking pay-per-view.
Sunday Night Heat, bitch.
No, you're not even that good. Shotgun Saturday Night.
Sunday Night Heat, bitch. All right, so here's my top 10, but it's not top. It's just my 10 on my list. Number 1, Zack Sabre Jr. Number 2, Will Ospreay. Number 3, Okada. Number 4, Seth Rollins. Number 5, CM Punk. Number 6, L.A. Knight. Yeah. Where am I? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Jamie Hayter.
Old man brain.
Number 8, Tiffany Stratton. Tippy time. Number 9, Liv Morgan. Watch me. At number 10, Mariah May.
Did anyone else think that Mariah May looked like a Oompa Loompa at that pay-per-view? She was so orange. She was so orange.
Spray tan. Spray tan was bad, dude.
It was rough, but you could tell it was like the overseas spray tan. She's like, I'm running late. I gotta spray this shit on me. Hadn't time to wash it off yet.
They mixed in with it was like water and Vegemite, dude. Since they were over
Vegemite. There you go. Since you're Australia,
mixed it up, watered it down. Fucking got her with a roller and shit.
No shit. So, all right, guys. Well, that was our top 10. Next week, we are going to present a card. We're going to give our company name and the pay-per-view name. It can be whatever you want. Doesn't really make a difference. You can create.
Nice.
There is no regulations on if you want to have gimmick matches, regular matches. It doesn't matter. You can make it whatever you want. I can care less if it's a big battle royal with everyone in it. I can care less. If that's what you want your pay-per-view to be, that's what your pay-per-view is going to be. But I think next week we'll present it. And then as we say a match, whether it's whoever you pick from your teams, create a match, just say who you think would be the overall winner on that match. And maybe just give a little backstory as to why. It don't have to be, again, it doesn't have to be long-winded. Just why did you say so-and-so beat so-and-so in this type of match or this regular match, whatever. And then we'll present the cards next week, and we'll just go in the same order right now. Draven will give his whole card. I will give my whole card. Fern will give his whole card. And at the end, we will discuss maybe the matches that I liked from your card, the matches I didn't really get. However you want to do it, we can just kind of discuss how you felt about it. And we will not be biased and say, oh, I think my card's the best. We'll put a poll out, and whoever votes and whatever. And, it's just for fun. So,
yeah.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
So you say, sure.
So I would say, yeah, until I make more rules up when you don't know. Right?
Oh, shit.
Hey, whatever. But we appreciate you tuning in for another episodic episode of Beyond the Ropes. I'm Randy. That's Fern, our special guest today. Draven, catch us next week when we actually catch us this Thursday when we discuss a little AEW, maybe WWE going on Road to WrestleMania. There's 2 pay-per-views coming up: Elimination Chamber for WWE and Revolution for AEW. Those are within the next 2 weeks. This weekend, Elimination Chamber. Next weekend, Revolution. We will discuss. Maybe Draven will be here to discuss. Who knows, right? Catch us back on the socials at the Beyond the Ropes Pod at Instagram, Beyond the Ropes Pod YouTube, and Spotify, and Twitch. I appreciate y'all coming. We appreciate you, Draven, joining us this week, and we look forward to another card. You have anything to say, guys?
I do. Before we sign out, we'd be stupid not to say it on Thursday. But Randy, I want your soul.
You want my whole? What?
I want your soul.
I already gave it to my wife. Sorry, guys. Hey, we appreciate you tuning in live. Stay tuned next week. Later.